Here's the example I used earlier, just to illustrate exactly how easy it is to follow this program. 1. 2 ounces of any fruit or vegetable in Group T. 2. 4 ounces of any of the juices, teas, or oils in Group B. 3. 1 teaspoon of any of the salts from Group A. And 4. 1 ounce of any fruit, vegetable, or extract from Group C. Eat or drink all 3 within a 15-minute time period at noon or in the early afternoon. Inside the guide, you're also shown the exact portions of each item you're consuming, and you're told when per day to consume them. The great thing is, because there are a lot of different options for each group, you'll never feel like you're eating the same thing over and over again. There are literally hundreds of combinations, and each one will still create the internal reaction that's needed to target STEP and block it from deleting human memories. Plus, all of these different options are things you can buy at any grocery store for a few dollars. In fact, total, you'll probably end up paying about $25 for all the items you need to permanently restore your memory. And because this program addresses memory deterioration at the root, it's perfect for everyone from severe Alzheimer's patients to those who just want to have a safeguard in place, something that ensures they never have to suffer from the devastating effects of dementia, Alzheimer's, or any other memory-killing disease or condition. To date, more than 43,000 Americans just like you have already used the Memory Healer program personally or shared it with a loved one. And across the board, the results are incredible. Dan W. from Jackson Hole, Wyoming writes, "Thank you. You've given me back my father, and I really mean given back, because prior to discovering your method, his memory was almost completely gone. He barely even recognized me or my wife when we went to visit him, and had trouble even remembering what he'd had for breakfast that day. Now, he's sharper than I am. This program is a miracle." And Marty S. from Plano, Texas, who says, "Alex, the fact that I'm able to write this letter to you at all is remarkable. I hardly remember anything at all for the last 4 years of my life, during which time I'm told I suffer from severe dementia. It was like being in a haze or a fog. Apparently, my son put me on your program last month, and it's absolutely incredible. Suddenly, over the last few weeks, I've had my personality come back to me bit by bit. I now know where I am, who I am, and what I'm doing. I now remember all of the events in my life, besides some of my time with dementia, and I can even do the Sunday crossword puzzle in the Times. The only way I can describe it is like seeing the world in black and white and suddenly having all of the color restored to it. Thank you. I'll be ordering 4 more copies of this so I can share it with some of the other dementia patients I know." Now, given everything that's inside the Memory Healer program, it should be pretty obvious that there's nothing else like this in existence. Inside it, you're shown a completely natural and 100% effective way for reversing the effects of Alzheimer's, dementia, and many other terrible memory-destroying conditions. It will bring your loved ones back to you, even if you thought that they were too far gone and you'd already accepted that you'd never have a truly meaningful conversation with them again. It will protect you, your parents, your grandparents, and all of the others in your life whom you hold dear from losing their memories, whether it's from aging or a condition or disease. Remember, scientists universally agree that STEP is the culprit in almost every single case of memory loss, and this program creates a natural reaction inside your body that will go to war against this STEP and stop it from eating away at your loved one's memories. No more painful conversations or worrying about whether someone you care deeply for can live on their own, or whether their minds are starting to go. No more pain at seeing those same people struggling, or to remember their own birthdays, or where they placed the keys. The Memory Healer program is the only thing of its kind in existence. Of course, there are medications out there. However, even the pharmaceutical companies admit that they don't actually help heal or restore memory. Instead, they're nothing but behavioral drugs that turn your loved ones into mindless robots. And even the short-term boost to behavior really is just that, short. Donepezil is openly acknowledged to not slow down the progression of Alzheimer's. Galantamine is not only unproven, but only thought to have the benefits for 36 months max. Not to mention that the ingredients in these drugs are crazy. They're made from oil derivatives, gasoline derivatives, and other toxins that poison the liver and shorten the life expectancy of the one taking them. Or that the average cost of these drugs is between $177 to $400 per month outside of what insurance pays. Another option might be to put your loved one in a nursing home. But not only is this a horrific decision, an acknowledgement that you're giving up on them, that you're accepting their life is pretty much over. The average cost for just a semi-private room in an assisted living facility is $78,110 per year, or about $239 per day. If you're lucky, about half of that might be covered by insurance. But you're still looking at either coming out of your own pocket for nearly $40,000 per year, which places an unimaginably large financial burden on your family, or burning through your loved one's lifelong savings, taking the money they've carefully built up over the course of a lifetime, and practically giving it away to glorified babysitters, even as they roam the halls or enter the common room like zombies, on all kinds of medications, unsure of where they are and struggling to recognize the face of you or your kids or grandkids or even their friends. One final option is that you or your loved one could start consuming memory-boosting foods like omega-3 fish oils. Sure, they may help with short-term memory when you're completely healthy, but ultimately, they'll do nothing to prevent the onset of dementia or Alzheimer's, or to combat these conditions and diseases once they've taken hold. So really, it should be clear that none of these are real options for either preventing or curing memory diseases, which is why initially, I was going to sell the Memory Healer program for $379. That's less than the cost of 2 days in assisted living and less than the cost of 2 months' worth of Alzheimer's medications. And it'll permanently give you or your loved ones your life back by banishing the enzyme that's almost exclusively responsible for memory loss. When you think about all of that, it should be pretty clear why both I and the more than 43,000 people who've already used this program personally think that $379 is a steal. But I'm not giving you this mind-saving method to get rich, and this isn't about money. I've seen firsthand how using the Memory Healer program gave me my father back, how I can now create new memories with him, how he's able to enjoy and retain all of the wonderful things in life, and how I don't have to lose sleep at night worrying about whether or not he'll get lost at the grocery store or suffer any other humiliating experience. Which is why I'm not going to ask you to invest anywhere near the $379 I was initially going to price this at, or even $289, or $189, or heck, even $79. Instead, and only while this website remains online, which may not be that long given the incredible threat it poses to big pharmaceutical companies, you'll be able to get the entire program, the food lists, the groupings, the daily portions, the instructions for combining each item, the eating schedules, everything, for the small and 100% risk-free investment of $39.95.